Hi guys, I'd like to talk to you about a GoFundMe project for Jeremy Bannister and his daughter over at TeamTinyDancer. His daughter has a rare form of child cancer, and as you can imagine, medical expenses get pretty expensive, and just the necessity of driving her from various clinics for chemo, they could really use your help. So if you're able to, you can find the GoFundMe through Jeremy Bannister's Facebook page, or you can go to GoFundMe and you'll find it under Team Tiny Dancer. Anything you guys could do to help would be great. Thanks.
You're listening to the Wayward Atheist Podcast. Hello, everyone. If this is your first time listening, thank you for joining us. This is a podcast where borders collide, where the gloves are off, where filters are removed, where we tell you exactly what we think about the news, politics, and religion. The Wayward Atheist Podcast is dedicated to free thought, reason, and the pursuit of truth. You can follow us on Twitter at Wayward Atheist, on Spreaker, Stitcher, and iTunes. You can email us at waywardatheistpodcast@gmail.com. or leave us a comment on our Facebook page. So without further ado, let's get on with the show.
This week's episode of The Wayward Atheist has been brought to you by the Crafty Freethinker. Tired of boring old jewelry and charms? Why not wear a motherfucking T-Rex around your neck? Or a pendant of the Scarlet A? Handmade, secular, and science jewelry from the Crafty Freethinker gives you a nice alternative to boring old jewelry. Find the Crafty Freethinker on Etsy and Amazon. Links are in the show notes, or simply Google the Crafty Freethinker as one word.
For a few minutes, I'd be like, okay, that's fine. No, whatever you want, man.
I am excited. I didn't know. I had no idea that Brock
He
Lesnar.
probably came up here because Canadians taste good.
Yeah,
You're fake. You don't even exist.
they are covered in maple syrup. They taste
Oh
like
my gosh, it's disgusting. That's what they drink for breakfast.
Wait, why is that
They have
disgusting? That sounds amazing.
I've eaten a lot of things that are worse than
Gross.
maple syrup. I'll tell you that.
And this one's always like, you need to try poutine. I'm the only American on the show.
The thing about poutine is it looks like a fucking pile of vomit. Like that's the problem I have with it. It doesn't even
That's
look
what it
appetizing.
is.
And
It
cold,
looks like
cold,
it looks like
tastes
someone.
vomit.
It looks like someone choked down a whole wheel of cheese. They bit little nuggets of it off, and then they just vomited all over a plate of fries.
You're talking about the cheese curds. It's a different type of cheese.
They're
But if it's cold, it tastes like vomit. You have to get it like directly. It has to be piping steaming hot. But I don't eat any of it.
Yeah,
anymore.
vomit is always best when it's hot.
Exactly.
I can't decide. I can't decide at all.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, I am a fan of Crown Royal, though. That's what I'm drinking.
Nobody's a fan of Crown Royal.
That's
on.
always just the default liquor.
No way.
I mean, like, I
Tom
guess if there was nothing else around, like if you were stranded on a deserted island and you were trying to just drink yourself to death.
Tom's the only guy that travels to Canada and buys the old alcoholic grandpa beer of Canada.
What the fucking? I would not get beer in Canada. I would
You
rather
bought
just.
Labatt's Blue. Don't lie. You came fishing and you're like, oh, Canadian beer sucks because I bought the old man beer of Canada.
There was no other beer.
There's tons of beer.
There was no. Where I was at. Hold on, I will defend myself vigorously. I was at Anderson's Lodge in Ontario. It's there's nothing around. I mean, there's so nothing around. You can't even get lost because for 150 miles, there's only one road. You can't even turn off of it.
No, so you were north. Yeah, okay, I understand now. I was listening to that episode.
It was literally the only available beer.
Yeah,
I still regretted drinking it. It was that bad. It was the only available beer. I was fucking sunburned and hot all day. I'm like, I would fucking drink fucking fermented moose piss at that point, but I wouldn't have another Labatt's Blue.
The only people that drink Labatt's Blue in Canada are, the old men with the great big fucking red nose that's all pitted from drinking too much alcohol and a beet red
that's
face.
Tom. You're explaining Tom perfectly to
me.
me. Yeah, I'm looking at that face right now.
Then what was your problem?
They ran out.
They only had a finite amount of beer.
I'm getting fraud alerts on my credit card right now. One of my credit cards.
No kidding.
Blowing up that I'm getting frauded out.
I probably got frauded out at the liquor store I brought this fucking Crown Royal at just now.
I don't even know what
It's a
card
real
it is.
shady place.
It's not even a card I carry.
Uh-oh.
That sucks.
We'll figure that out after the show.
Fuck.
So did your wife cry when Machida got popped for pissing hot or what? Cecil.
Yeah, my wife has a huge crush on Machida. Huge crush on Machida.
So was she sad, Panda?
Yeah, a little bit.
I never get to talk fights. That's why I'm talking about it so
I'll
much.
tell you
None of
what,
these people-
I used to love I've slowed down a little bit on my UFC consumption, but I really did enjoy it for a long time. I enjoyed watching it, and I had a little podcast about it for a little while, but it just got to the point where you're recording every week, and it's a UFC habit actually is very expensive. It turns out
It really
it's
is.
at least $50 a month probably, because you're paying for at least one pay-per-view. Sometimes there's two. They throw out a ton of pay-per-views sometimes where there's like 2 or 3 in a row, so it gets pretty expensive after a while.
Yeah. And you got Fight Pass that you got to pay for every month, and then
every month you're paying.
If you're like me,
Yeah.
you go to the shows.
Have you been?
Yeah, a bunch of times. I
wow.
went to the GSP Shields fight in Toronto. They're the biggest event ever, or whatever they were calling it.
You're around other Canadians. The thing is, like, I would go if it was in Canada,
Canadians.
but I would not go if it was here, because, man, we got so many fucking yokels already to take the
All right, I'm
Your
already
shirt off and
tired.
fighting.
This shit is just boring the fuck out of me.
Oh, shut up.
Jesus.
Oh, great.
Quick, somebody give her a penis.
All right, well, how about you send us a story? Oh, you didn't do that. Okay, all right.
All right, let's start the show.
All right, let's do it.
Hello and welcome to the Wayward Atheist. I'm Dave, a.k.a. the Great White North.
I'm Corinne, aka the Yank.
I'm Big Black Gay Dave.
And I'm Ed, the Everyday Atheist.
And tonight we are joined by...
Us.
Yay, us.
I'm
I'll
sure
be Tom.
everybody will recognize the
Cecil.
voice.
Yeah, I'll be Cecil.
And we are Cognitive Dissonance.
We've now.
Can we be Wild
If
Stallions
we're counting weight, though, I think we might outweigh the Canadians now. So
Two Americans.
Oh, that killed.
You mean the landmass of Canada, right? So, man, I got to say I'm really excited about you guys coming on, and thanks a lot for doing it. I started listening to your show. I guess you'd done about 8 episodes. I quickly binge listened to those as I was working, and then I've been a listener ever since.
Oh, wow, that's great. That's great to hear.
You've
Thank
been
you very
listening
much.
since episode 8? Holy
Yeah,
shit.
but
haven't even
I
listened that long.
went back and binge listened to them. So I've always said this, that there's three reasons why I even wanted to podcast. So you have Cash, you have Corinne, the lady on the show that suggested it to me, and you guys.
Oh, that's great. Thank you so much.
Garsh. There's only one reason I podcast, because Cecil fucking roped me into it. So
So, like, what percentage of the work do you actually do? Is it really 0%?
no, it's a little less than that.
Yeah.
So I've modeled
I
myself.
don't even go on the show anymore. I don't even fucking record the show anymore. I've outsourced this. This is somebody else. I got my assistant has an assistant.
No, your voice is way too fucking distinct.
That's bullshit.
Oh, please. Your voice doesn't belong to you. I saw you.
I use it every day. What do you mean it doesn't belong? It's mine.
No, I mean when you actually see you in person, I'm like, that's Tom?
Nobody's really seen
And
me
I
in
didn't
person.
tell-
You can only see pieces of me at one time. It's like the fucking monster from Cloverfield. Like you just see me like between the buildings.
Oh my gosh. Bobby
for
C.
Monsterfield that eats burnt pizza.
Bobby C. described you as a bulldog.
Yeah, because I have jowls. That's why, and I fucking drool.
He does. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he constantly audibly breathes. There's
Like I'm
always this constant like in and out that you hear.
Just like a bulldog, I'm a terrible
Yeah.
genetic mistake. And I have a short lifespan.
Do
Yeah.
you really have to edit out all the burps and,
Oh, God,
and
yes.
sneezes?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, wait till you try to edit this show. Good fucking luck to you.
Oh, great.
I'm not
I
even
gotta
gonna try to
fucking
be
edit this
polite
show.
about it.
I gotta fucking edit this show. What are you talking about?
Yeah, no editing will be done. So Tom, you're newly on the market, so that was just a really good advertisement for yourself.
Right? Come on.
Snores,
He's
burps,
a
farts.
cat.
Look, I want her to know what she's getting into, right? Like, I'm not going to do any false advertising.
Yeah, I mean, she has
is.
to sign an as-is paper when she
You
gets
have to sign a waiver. Are you kidding? If I'm going to climb on top,
She also has to be this high to ride this ride, so.
Just
Good morning, everyone.
good morning, or whatever. You're in the future. So this is our Kiwi. She's in New Zealand. This is Sun.
Oh,
Say hi, Tom and Cecil.
Hello, Tom. Hello, Cecil.
holy shit, listen to that.
Hello there.
Wow, hello.
Oh, ask her to say the word dick and then the word deck.
Oh, for God's sake.
All
Are
right,
we
let's
doing
hear it.
this again?
Let's hear it. All right, first, let's hear Dick.
Right. Are you ready?
Ready.
Always ready.
It's
for
always
this.
out.
One more time. Dick.
Okay, now Deck.
Dick.
I think
Oh,
that's amazing.
Can you hear a difference?
Now, son,
little, very.
I can barely even hear you. Like it's like I just try to process the sounds that are coming through.
now, son, say this. My husband has a big deck.
My husband has a big dick. And we have a large deck in our backyard.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh man. Yeah, so yeah, I have to record with all these foreigners every fucking week.
Oh, stop your bloody whinging. You love it.
I had no idea what that was about. It's amazing. Do you come with subtitles?
I think she just told her she needs to catch a bus. I'm not quite sure what happened there.
I speak the Queen's English. Thank you very much.
Queen.
Queen.
The
Wait,
Queen.
those people who still have queens, I love that
Freddie
shit.
Mercury.
Oh man. So Dave, you want to play the audio for our
Are we
first?
starting?
Oh, we've been started, son.
We
We only
started, finished, started.
I hear that
finished.
from ladies all the time.
Yeah.
Are we starting? Fucking starting.
Edward, you're
I've
playing
been
the
done
audio,
for
right?
10 minutes. I'm getting food.
So, Tom and Cecil,
Yeah.
David introduced me to you guys about 6 months ago, and I've listened to every episode from your back catalog all the way up to now, and I
In
fucking
6 months?
yeah, I fucking hate you guys now.
Dude, I hate you too. That's fucking horrible. In 6 months, you listen to fucking 350 hours or more of us?
Yes, sir.
Jesus Christ,
I
I'm
did the
so
same
I feel like
thing when
sending
I
you a fucking
started,
apology.
Where do we send the flowers?
Good Lord.
We call Ed our resident
What's it under,
numbnuts
Edward?
for that reason.
Let me tell you something about Ed. He's an ex-Mormon and blushes when you say anything sexual. I'm just putting that out there.
And you listened to our show?
Yeah.
I'm surprised it didn't fucking kill you.
Time.
I'm surprised the fucking blood rush into your head did not stop your heart. Surprised you didn't die outright.
Oh, I tell you, the first couple of episodes were like jarring first, and then it was like, okay, let's go next one.
Then after a while, you get used to it. It's just like, ugh, this is just the life I'm resigned to.
It's like being fisted. Like the
Right.
first time is really rough.
yeah, scrape your knuckles.
He's got Stockholm syndrome. That's the only reason why he's listening to it. You guys kidnapped him. He's got Stockholm syndrome.
He really does.
I have a friend who lets her 12-year-old daughter listen to our show.
Holy
Fuck.
Right? Right?
Like,
It's
I
amazing.
literally, when the first time I heard your show, and it was one of the first, I listened to Barroom Atheist, then your show, and fucking, I heard it and I said, these motherfuckers are actually sicker than me. I love them. And I listened to your whole catalog. Very
God. Everybody here has listened to all our podcasts except us, Tom.
I know, right? I wouldn't
I
listen to
have.
that thing.
But it did take me a couple of years.
I rebelled because of their shitty pizza that they call that up there.
That is outrageous. Where are you from?
New York.
Oh,
So
that
sorry.
explains it.
That's,
Yeah, you're probably
You guys, that
all
pizza was
garbage.
burnt.
Yeah.
It's all coming together. It's all coming together.
Be realistic. That pizza was burnt.
The pizza we posted online from Pequod's that tasted like feeling happy,
It was
That-
burnt.
it was spectacular. That you would if you had one bite of that pizza, you'd fuck it.
Oh, but in his defense, I mean, put something in front of you, you'll probably eat it, right? I mean, I've been listening to you.
Tom, everything tastes good to you, Tom.
Yeah,
that's fair. No, that's fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
Especially Danishes.
I'll fucking eat a Danish right now.
I'm Team Danish all the way.
The people or the pastry?
Little column A, little column B. Who cares, right?
Okay,
I do a lot of things. I ain't discriminating.
I do have a comment for you both, though.
All right.
I fucking love eggnog, and I've been drinking it.
I'm done. Cecil, hang on. I can't. Look, I can take a lot of fucking abuse.
Dude, I'm gonna hang up.
No, we'll kick him off the show. We don't need him anymore.
It's essentially like fucking getting a bukkake from an elf. You know what I mean? It's the worst thing ever created by mankind.
It's holiday scented jizz.
It's holiday jizz. That's
all it is.
If you could imagine
ho, ho, ho.
the thickness of whale sperm, that has to be what eggnog is. I agree with you guys.
You
hang
can
up
paint
on
a fence with that shit.
That's fucking. That's awful. Awful. No, I contend that nobody sober likes eggnog. Nobody.
Well, come to
to
anybody
confess,
drunk that
I've
drinks
never
it throws
tried
up.
it.
Oh, your life is enriched.
Yeah.
Your life is fucking straight
Don't
and
ever
rich.
do it.
Listen, you got a choice between cod liver oil and eggnog. Eggnog wins out, dude.
Well, that's a pretty
Shot
shitty
the collar.
choice. Perhaps
I know.
neither would
That's because
work
you're a
better.
fucking newfie.
I'd rather
Nobody
eat out
else
a
has-
homeless woman.
Hey, my grandmother gave us pasta. I'll fucking eat that any day of the week. Without shit.
Homeless woman?
Okay, so are you guys ready for some Pastor Manning?
Oh, yeah, we
Sure.
love Pastor Man.
Bring it home.
This nation will not become led by Muslims. Indeed, it is the biblical, noble, constitutional thing to do to drive them. Let them go back to the burning sands of Saudi Arabia. Let them go back to the hills of Afghanistan. But get them out of America unless they want to confess Jesus is Lord, be washed in the blood of Jesus, and go back to your goat herd sand walking kid. If you will,
You're making fun of goat herds?
raghead nations and be Muslim there, but not hell.
You don't understand any of that. It sounds like he's giving the speech that Adolf Hitler gave in the same venue with the same recording device.
You know, it's
I think
important to
that
put the
Albert is
microphone
doing it instead.
under the last seat at the back of the auditorium.
Go as far as you can away from Pastor Manning. That's where you put your microphone. Yeah.
His voice was awfully high pitched in this one compared to normal. I wonder if he finally went through with that butt fucking he's been talking about.
Oh yeah, because he's definitely a classic case. But
He finally birthed one of those children
his
through
voice
back.
gets higher when he gets all mad like that.
God, that's amazing. I love that he's making fun of people from fucking the Middle East, like goat herds from the Middle East. It's like, who wrote your favorite book?
Yeah.
Goat herds from the Middle East, you stupid motherfucker. It's the only book you like. It's your favorite one.
Well, I think this was a part of a story. It was about, him, how he's in love with Trump and wants to. He's probably fucking Trump, but it was part of that story. And he agrees with Trump. Get rid of all the sand jockeys.
Who's pitching in that scenario? Trump or Manning? Like who's top and who's bottom?
Trump is top. His ego's too big, and Manning just wants it so badly. He'll just fucking take it.
I don't know. I mean, first off, Manning's got a huge ass. So just trying to get that tiny little cocktail wiener inside to push past all those mounds of flesh, I don't know that Trump has the depth to go that deep.
Trump in his kindergarten hands, he could fist him and it would feel like a normal man fucking him.
Right, exactly. When I go to the doctor to get that prostate exam, I'm going to request a Trump.
They'll bring out a 5-year-old.
Can I get a double
penis.
Trump?
He gives him the shocker. It's kind of like a yawn. Just,
Didn't notice. You don't even have to apologize. You know, it's just like
he leaves his rings on. Doesn't even matter.
Oh God, the visuals in my head right now is fucking disgusting.
fist, you're pretty much the greatest fist. We got the best. I get the best fist. It's gonna be incredible. You're gonna love it.
It's terrific.
My fisting is great.
And I'm going to fist you even better because I do everything better. It's going to be great. What's going to be great? I don't know, but it's going to be fucking great.
Has Manning, I know you guys are heavily into Pastor Manning. Has he been kicked out of his church yet, or is he still like hanging on by his fucking nails?
I haven't heard anything since he went bankrupt, and bankruptcy takes a long time. So I imagine he will be in there, holed up in his tiny little fortress for a long time.
Oh yeah, I live in Jacksonville, Florida now, but
So sorry.
trust me.
I've been to Jacksonville.
Yeah.
My corporate headquarters is in Jacksonville, and when we have meetings at the corporate headquarters, we are told to stay at the hotel.
And by corporate
And
headquarters,
they'll-
he means the buffet at Pizza Hut.
You call it tomato, I say tomato. And they actually get a series of limos and whatever, and they take us to dinner, and they take us right back to the hotel, and they tell us don't go exploring.
Don't go exploring.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Well, you can go exploring when it's light. Well, I work downtown. They've cleaned it up.
It's light.
Light up.
It's amazing.
I work on basically a prison planet. So
Yeah. Look, if it's like between the hours of noon and noon 15, you're probably safe.
You can do that in Tijuana as well. It doesn't make it safe.
Well, I'm not fucking down here by choice, but I'm going to be here for another year. And
I
then
know that because you're in Jacksonville. That's implied. That shit's implied in the word Jacksonville. Nobody's ever woken up and been like, oh, another beautiful day in Jacksonville.
Jacksonville's the Greenland of the United States. They named it something else to trick fuckers to go there.
It's a bunch of Trump-loving freaking... It's like Georgia. It's like the Georgia of Florida. It's fucking horrible.
Georgia
of Florida.
I don't know what that means, but it's
I
great.
don't know what it means either, but it's really mean.
I like it.
It's super mean. I love it.
Jesus.
No, like it's the same. Like whenever I'm going to Bobby C and Miss Ashley's house, it's like their neighborhood's better. It's fucking Port Wentworth. It's fuck Jacksonville. Yeah, my choices
Wait,
for my
what did you
next
say? Port Wentworth? That's not even something.
Wentworth.
No,
That's
not
that
a
Canadian whiskey.
place. That's not in America.
Canadian whiskey kicking in. The woman that sits behind Pastor Manny when he's talking about, he's like, you think you're gonna get to my pulpit? The women will get you. The children will get you. They'll cut you. Do you think he has to pay her to listen to his bullshit?
I think so. I think she has to be paid. Yeah, for sure. Either that or maybe
Because she comments sometimes.
she does. Once in a while, she will say some shit. She'll jump on and be like, you say it, Pastor Manning. You tell him, Pastor Manning.
And in the instance that I'm talking about, when he was talking about the women cutting people's throats, she was like, you tell him, Manny. It's hilarious.
And he said, oh, well, the women of the church. And she's like, no, the children of the church. Oh, yeah, the children of the church don't get you. I mean...
And then he's like, the men of the church, you try it. We're going to find your family. We're going to find your grave. We'll cut the throats, piss on the grave. Pastor Manny, butthole's on fire.
Well, I'm going back to New York next month, and my friends and I are planning, a trans friend of mine are planning going in our Starbucks shirts and rainbows and shit and sitting on the stoop of the church and making out.
Oh, you should drink a cup of cum while you're there.
Oh, yeah. We're going to have somebody taking video. Hopefully, Pastor Manning, I can lure him out.
It's like a fucking turtle or something. And like lure. You gotta like put like a fucking trans person on a hook in front of the door. Like he like comes out, he's like fucking shedding his skin behind, like comes through the door, just pokes his head out first. Like we almost got him. We almost got him out.
His hard dick would come out first. Be honest.
God damn, that guy's a fucking nightmare. I love him.
Yeah. No, but you know what? He's such good material. You don't really have to do anything. Just play what he says. Excuse me.
Jesus.
So, can we get to
Smooth fucking whiskey, huh? Hang on a minute. The Canadian whiskey's just, it's good stuff. It's good. It's good. We die young up here.
Oh, man. That's funny.
You know what I love about you guys is you fucking rip apart Canada, and it just then I just feel the need to call these motherfuckers and be like, you listen to Cognitive yet? They make fun
Not just Canada. I've heard them ripping apart my Australia too.
Well, it's not your Australia. You're from New Zealand.
Yeah, like across the.
No, I'm
tiny
an
little
Aussie
creek.
living in New Zealand.
Oh.
That's super confusing. I don't understand that at all. No. I barely believe in the first fucking island. The second one, are you kidding me? Like, I'm from Oz, living in Oz. Okay, fine. You just fucking made it up. I know what we've made fun of Australia. I don't think we've ever made fun of New Zealand. It's never.
No, it's not on your radar at all.
It's
but
not
you've
important
got lots
enough.
of
Nothing's
listeners
ever
down
happened
here.
there.
We love the idea of a Tasmania, though. We think Tasmania is amazing. I think that's amazing.
That's like Transylvania.
That's fucking
you fucking
amazing.
straight made that up.
I
It's
love
like,
it.
oh, let's all go to Frankenstein land. Okay, whatever. Oh, everybody, what's going on in Draculaville? Nothing, because it's fucking. That's all
It's the
made up.
groin of the world. Tasmania's the groin of the world.
The groin of the
Come on.
No,
That's
you'd
gotta
have to
be Saudi
you'd have to-
Arabia.
You'd have to choke fucking Florida to death and steal that title.
It's
If it was the groin of the
female
world, I'd have
groin
been there
of the
twice.
world.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Is Tasmania real? Like, what would be the capital of Tasmania?
Tasmania real.
Hobart is the capital of Tasmania.
Oh, welcome to Devil, capital of Tasmania.
When did you guys learn how to speak Tasmanian?
It's not even an accent.
That's awesome.
It's just.
Love
Oh, oh my gosh. You guys are too much.
She just
The
said use
nice
guys.
bushy
Did you hear
area.
the use guys? That's a New York coming out of you. Use guys.
No, other people besides New Yorkers say that.
Nobody has ever
Nobody,
said that.
nobody has fucking ever said that except for New York.
No, it's
And
the
that-
same thing as y'all. It's just northern y'all.
Corinne,
Except
say
for
this.
specifically from New York.
Say this,
You
Corinne.
guys.
I love hairy bulls. Say it. I love hairy balls.
Wait, what?
Corinne, say I love hairy balls. Go.
I love hairy balls.
Bulls. Bulls.
No, I know what you're trying to do. All right. I love hairy balls.
Bulls.
No, I don't have that much emphasis. It's not the
Fuck you, you don't, and now you're slurring. Canadian whiskey is fucking up.
How do you guys even fucking know each other? Like, from all these different parts of the
no
world.
kidding, right? It's like a fucking New Zealander
What?
on here.
I know.
Like, fucking, how did you
What is
meet?
going on here?
Cash.
Jesus.
You can blame it on Cash.
I found. Oh yeah, I met Dave through Cash. I met Dave, Big Black Gay Dave over there, who hasn't said anything because he's probably creaming in his pants right now. He's so excited. But he was in the NRR chat room, and I was like, "Holy shit, you're a unicorn. You're gay. You're an atheist. You're Canadian, so clearly you're fake." And I was just like, "You got to come on our show." And I've been here ever since.
We just kept him after he was on as a guest. We're like, fuck it, you can stay. And Edward as well. Edward as well. I was listening to Cash, and he was talking about ex-Mormon Newfie. If Newfies are the Polacks of Canada. Anyways, so he's like, there's a Newfie who's been alone in his atheism for the past 10 years. So I searched him out. Jews of Canada.
We're the Hungarians in Canada. They're all very specific.
Well, Dave Edwards is like the most Canadian person I've ever met. Like, he was describing going camping to me, and he said, "Yeah, if a bear comes, just kind of like wave a stick at it." Like,
Wave a stick at it, make a lot of noise. Jason, throw shit at it.
Just make it coffee, eh?
Just politely ask that it go away. Hey, go away, bear, please. Wait. Please, would
I'm
you
trying
leave?
to get some sleep, don't you know?
No, that's Minnesota.
It's the same fucking
That's
thing. Come on,
Fucking-
whatever.
That's Diet
Yeah.
Canada.
That's
Diet Canada. Yeah.
That's high society, Canada.
No, Canada took a shit.
That's
out
Canada
in
with an
Minnesota.
education. Canada sucks.
Man.
oh yeah, and he also said that if I think it's a grizzly or a polar bear attacks you, then you curl up in a ball,
I
and
never
even if
said
it's
any-
mauling you, you
That's
You
a
don't
grizzly.
move.
You don't move. You don't move.
That's because you're
Grizzlies-
being killed.
Why expend any energy?
I don't even know how I would not move if something with fucking knife fingers is attacking me. It's like, why would would you give that advice? Like, oh, if Freddy Krueger shows up, they just play dead. What are you talking about? He's got knife fingers.
Yeah, just
So
shoo it away.
it goes like this. It goes like this. A black bear, you fight like crazy, you make a lot of noise. Grizzly, because they'll eat anything. They don't care if it's dead or alive. Grizzly bears like to eat their things alive, ass end up. So you pretend to be dead and they'll fuck you up, but maybe they won't eat you. And
Do
a
you
polar
lie
bear.
on your back so that your ass isn't pointing to the bear?
Yeah, but if you're not alive, they don't like dead food.
Well, I'm not
like
alive,
their
I
shit
don't
alive.
fucking care what it does. Wait a minute. If I'm not alive, I don't fucking give a shit. If I'm not alive, I don't care if it fucks me raw. I'm dead. I'm done. I'm out of the equation at that point. It's fucking, that thing's just a meat. I don't give a shit. And it's a lot of meat.
Like your ass. Do you lie on your back so that your ass isn't showing to the bear?
So you want to cover your head and your neck, so you go into like the fetal position to protect
So you
your...
go into fetal position and point your ass at the bear. Is that what you're saying?
You're getting
Does
bear
shitting
meat.
your pants
But what
help
I'm
at that
saying to
point?
you is if you fight, it'll hold you down and eat you ass first because it's the most meaty part of your body. But a polar bear, you're fucked because they're the only animal on the planet that'll actually hunt humans and don't give a shit if you have a rifle or not. You'll think you're hunting a polar bear and you'll realize
No, I'll
quickly
never
that
see
it's
a
hunting
polar
you.
bear. No, hold on. Slow
talking
down.
about?
Because you assume that I'll ever be somewhere where there's a polar bear. I wouldn't go to a zoo that had a polar bear unless I had a fucking machine gun.
We had a polar bear run through my
If I ever
backyard.
go back to Canada, I'm covering myself in rocket launchers.
We,
And what do you do if there's a black bear? I shoot an RPG at it. I just keep shooting RPGs at all the black bears. I'm not going to check what color the fucking bear is. But bear lives matter, man. I'm colorblind when it comes to that shit. I'll shoot rockets at all of them. I shoot rockets at the little cutie cubs. I see one cub, be like, I'm a little stray cub. Boom, blow that fucker up. Goodbye.
Well, you'd survive very well in Australia then, I have to say, Tom.
I wouldn't make it 10 minutes in Australia because I wouldn't get out of the airplane that landed in Australia.
Oh,
They're
you'd
gonna
have
coax you
syphilis
out.
from the bear drill.
Come on, Tom. Come on down the ramp. Come on, Tom. Come down the ramp.
They've got like a series of like M&Ms and like a down the corridor. And I'm eating the M&Ms.
Corridor. No, we're talking about one of those C-140s or whatever. Like, the ass end has to open so you can get out of the plane.
Oh my god. The one thing in Australia I want to experience is that whole spider rain thing. That's got to be amazing.
What the fuck? What? Spider rain? You better be lying. This better be a metaphor for heavy rains.
Or
Yeah.
sex.
Right? I kind of want. If this is a metaphor for sex, I'm super interested.
No, it's a metaphor for spiders
So maybe we'll
falling
do
out
that
of the
spider
sky.
rain thing. I don't know what it is, but
So what happens is lots and lots of baby spiders are born, and then there's lots and lots of wind, which scoops them up into the atmosphere, and then the wind rains down spiders. It's nothing too tragic.
Fuck you, I've seen pictures. That's fucking bullshit.
I know. I would love to put on, one of those plastic suits. I obviously don't want to get in because I'm allergic to spider bites, and just observing all these spiders, just like, it'd be so cool.
I would like
I
to
would
observe that
run-
from the space station. I wouldn't want to.
I'm just sitting here in stunned silence thinking, how can we get rid of that landmass?
I know,
Is there a way to get rid of that landmass? I don't
I
even
would
care
run
about loss
towards
of life
the
at
polar
this
bear,
point.
right?
Yeah.
Just start
You
a
know what
fire for
happens
one
to
end and burn it
people?
to the middle.
If you swat Australia, all its animals that are poisonous will come scurrying out to the rest of the world. So you're better off not swatting Australia.
Swatting. Bad Australia. Bad. Get the world's biggest rolled up newspaper and wallop it.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys ready for our second piece of audio?
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
sure. Yeah.
Why weren't you firing it up while we were talking amongst ourselves?
'Cause I was too busy laughing at you and your slurring.
yeah, the Canadian whiskey's
Yeah,
kicking her
sorry
ass.
guys. Yeah, I didn't think it would have this effect. I don't really.
Sorry, not sorry.
Surprise alcohol. Oh, I didn't know this was going to be drunk. This whiskey that I'm drinking. Oh.
I only drink beer and wine. I specifically bought this because you fuckers are coming on, so I'm getting drunk.
Make fun
for you.
of her.
At this point, we have withdrawn our endorsement of Mr. Trump, and to some degree our support, because that was our have not ended for him. Our prayers was that he would return to the Trump that we endorsed. However, I want, for those who are still supporting him, I want to read his enemies list, and we want to post this enemies list up so all can know who his enemies are. So the sworn enemies of the Donald is what I'm calling this message. Number one is the long-legged Mac Daddy. Now, some of y'all refer to him as Barack Obama. Some of the others refer to him as Barack Obama. And some even call him the president. But he's really called by Almighty God the long-legged Mac Daddy.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Dick size?
Jezebel Rodham Clinton. Hillary's. But I have called her Jezebel under the authority of Almighty God. This personifies the spirit of Jezebel. I've stated about Hillary Clinton that Bill Clinton perhaps would not have turned out as corrupt and deviant as he is. He very well may have been, born there in Hope, Arkansas, a good man.
Because he was in Arkansas?
Yes. Hillary Clinton. And she corrupted him, turned him out like a dime store pimp. The third enemy of the Donald is Jefferson Ahab Clinton. Y'all call him Bill. The fourth enemy.
It's because he speared that white whale.
Was a sodomite, by the way. The fifth enemy of and a Republican. And called the great architect of the Bush administration hates Donald Trump. Reince Priebus, who is the, I suppose, chairman of the Congress of the Republican Party.
Republican Party.
The enemy number 6 is Witness Protection Program Ron.
Witness.
The last one to be the standard bearer and the leader of the Republican Party is a sworn enemy of the Donald. Enemy number 7, Paul Ryan.
This just keeps going.
It's Mitch McConnell. By the way,
Paul Ryan.
the sworn enemies list of the Donald is Roger Ailes, who runs the Fox News conglomerate and porn show called Fox News USA.
Porn show?
More than a porn.
Maybe saying corn show.
That's some shitty porn, is all I'm saying.
As porn goes, that's some fucking.
Jesus, I
I
can
don't even know what your search terms
I can
are.
barely masturbate to it. You know what I mean?
I don't know. All their
But you make do.
Like,
Could you hear his
Of
demon
course
voice?
I do. Are you kidding me? I make do right now.
Right. I just have to spell Megyn Kelly and I can get there. It's fine.
shouldn't he have just said the sworn enemies of Donald Trump, all Mexicans, all Muslims, all
Yeah,
women?
all
It's
women.
pretty simple. Anybody that's not a low information voter or
It's everybody that's not Donald. Like
And
everybody's a
world.
sworn enemy
It's
of him.
not- You need to call him the Donald, please. That's how we refer to him now.
Sorry,
No.
Sorry, I refer to him as Don because I'm on a first name informal basis with him.
No,
The
I call him
Donald?
President Trump.
I like President Trump too.
No, that's all right. I'm good. No, I'm not good. No, I'm not good.
As a country
can't
that
happen.
as a country that has to deal with the consequences of the president you guys pick, but has no say in the president you pick, fuck you guys.
Yeah, that's called all the countries. Like the rest of the world is like, wait a
But
minute. Wait a minute. What? You're gonna do what? You're gonna do what? You're gonna do what?
Well,
When
we
they
live next
bitch
door.
about, y'all bitch about Trudeau, and you can have Trump and Hillary, and we'll take Trudeau.
Yeah, I don't want any of those
would.
people.
It's
Can,
like all the
can we
soccer
export
moms.
the whole fucking lot of them though? I could just fucking all put them in like a little boat with a hole in it and fucking send them out to
Canada
sea.
can take back Ted Cruz, though.
Fuck Ted
Oh
Cruz.
my gosh, please take him, the Biebs. You know what? Just take them all.
Listen, we donated Celine Dion. We've done our part.
What do you mean? Brian Adams. Oh, and you know
Summer of '69.
Nickelback.
You telling me
Fucking
you don't like the number 69?
Nickelback.
You know you like the number
Nickelback.
69. Stop lying.
Nickelback, bitches.
Yeah, we export all our waste down to the United States.
Shit flows down, motherfucker.
See, the rumor about Canadians being really polite is just a big lie.
It is until you run into me. Everybody else is polite. I'm like the old guy that kicks everybody off his lawn.
He is. He absolutely is. And I totally forget what the clip is about now.
It's about all his enemies that he likes to. He's basically giving everybody nicknames.
Yeah. He's a second grader.
What do you say? William Jefferson, Ahab.
Yeah, why is he Ahab?
Clinton. Well, it's because he fucked that white whale once.
He fucks her every night. What are you talking about?
No, he doesn't.
Oh, he hasn't put a dick near Hillary in many years.
He's not fucking the same thing every
Are you
night.
kidding me?
That's outrageous.
Yeah, she's not even worth a cigar anymore. No.
No, I think he spent it in her in that one Chelsea, and that was it.
That's it.
That was a wet dream gone bad.
Yeah.
Why did he pull his endorsement? Do we know why did he pull his endorsement from Trump? Who is he fucking endorsing? I mean, not that his weird little bigot church matters to anybody at all, or who they
He
fucking
didn't
endorse.
say that, but does it sound like he pulled his endorsement? Because he's
Yeah,
like,
so he said.
He
like,
pulled.
no,
said at
no,
the beginning.
I understand that he said that he pulled it, but then he's like, this is all the Donald's enemies. Watch out for these bitches.
'Cause he's number
it's like
10.
he's telling, yeah, he didn't call himself an enemy, and he's telling Donald who he's watching out for. Like,
I bet you
I'm awfully
it's about
confused.
the fact that Donald Trump said that trans bathrooms are no big deal. How much do you want to bet?
of course it is.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, that's probably it, actually.
well, Donald Trump thought.
And that's why he would pull his endorsement. Like, what is his choice? Like, if you really thought that your endorsement meant something, and I cannot possibly imagine a world where he wakes up and his endorsement means anything ever, right? But if he really thought that his endorsement meant something, is he just going to withhold it entirely and like not endorse anybody, or is he going to endorse Clinton, or just is he just taking his ball and going home? What the fuck? What does it mean?
Maybe
It's the most
endorsement in
meaningless
his world.
thing ever.
Maybe it means penis in his world. Endorsement. He's pulling his penis.
That guy's not withholding his endorsement. Come on. Outrageous. Outrageous. He would no more
spraying it
withhold his
everywhere.
endorsement than I'd withhold mine. I hold mine all the time.
Listen, Trump thought LGBT was a sandwich before he got, Orlando.
Oh, gosh, he's such a caricature. It's not even... Oh, I can't believe this guy's running
Does
for
an
president.
LGBT come in a taco bowl? I'm
Pretty
just
much the
curious.
best taco bowls. Pretty much the best LGBT taco bowls. I don't know what it means. We got the best ones. We got real gay Mexicans in the back right now making them. They're the best. Pretty much the greatest.
Is the political insider reliable?
I don't know.
Okay, because that one is saying that, yeah, Pastor Manning did endorse him. And
Did they give a reason?
let me
Is
see.
Donald Trump gay? Did he come out as gay?
No, he likes his daughter too much.
He's too moderate.
Did anybody ever think
Holy
that
shit.
wasn't the
That-
creepiest thing ever when he started hitting on his daughter? That was creepy as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
so yeah,
nice
you
shit.
Presley said he'd have sex with her. I mean, that's not at all super fucking creepy. So
That's
Especially
something-
his 1-year-old. Mm.
So he's
With his
too
tiny hands,
moderate.
you can't even feel it.
Too moderate is not something that I would call Donald Trump. That has to be like the first time anybody's ever said, I'm unendorsing Donald Trump because he's too moderate. Maybe too retarded. But too moderate? No.
I don't know. We're going to have a whole bunch of retarded people be like, don't fucking equate us with Trump.
the whole Special Olympics writes into your show. Pissed off.
Go right ahead. My son is severely autistic and doesn't talk. I'm allowed to make fun.
I never said you weren't. Yeah, feel bad. Feel bad now.
Dave's son's getting a pen and paper out as we speak.
He doesn't write. He would show me pictures. He'd bring his fucking binder with all of his pictures. He'd show me a picture of an asshole first, and then a picture of myself.
my.
Is that bad? Did I go too far?
No.
I don't even believe in too far.
All right, you want to get the next one up?
Hang on, I gotta read you guys some stuff, and I'm dyslexic, so this is gonna hurt like fucking mad. Just so you know.
Would you like someone else to read it, Dave? Maybe
Sure, it's in
Maybe somebody who's not dyslexic. There's 100 people on your show. You guys span the whole goddamn globe, and you're giving the fucking dyslexic guy the reading assignment. That's the meanest shit I've ever heard.
It's like putting the paraplegic in the fucking relay race. You know what I mean?
Jesus
Most of
Christ.
us-
Adam, former New York Mayor Rudy Giuliani dismissed concerns of African Americans.
Okay, wait. Okay, wait. Hold on, I gotta put Siri on. She's gonna translate this for me. Okay.
What was the mayor's name again?
I need a fucking Babel fish in order to understand this. All right, I'm sorry. Okay, no, I'm good.
Hey, you're doing great.
Yeah, you're doing great. No, yeah.
Brian, years on, and let's go.
This is amazing.
All right, I'm ready. Okay, I'm good. I got the giggles out. I'm good.
Mayor Rudy Giuliani dismissed African Americans who are afraid that their children might become the next Alton Sterling or Philando Castelli if they are stopped by a cop, saying that they should teach their kids to fear other black children instead. Hearing on the Face the Nation, the former Republican politician and failed presidential candidate stated that black kids need to be more respectful to the police. If you want to protect black lives, then you got to protect black lives, not just against police, which happens rarely, although with tremendous attention, Rudy Giuliani claimed. If you want to deal with this on the black side, you've got to teach children to be respectful to the police. When you focus on 1% of less than 1% of the murder that's going on in America, and you make it a national thing, all you do in the media make it much bigger than the black kid who's getting killed in Chicago every 14 hours. You treat it disproportionately, he asserted. And that's where we'll finish.
Except the fucking cop has the authority to kill him, where the other kid is living inside of a system that has put him in a place where he's a product of his parenting. He's a product of the cycle that they're trapped in. There's no real jobs for them. There's no real way out. So one is upper middle class and has the authority to kill your ass, and the other one is stuck in a fucking rut. So fuck you.
Well said.
I'm just thinking about the fact that he's dismissing the rampant brutality by police against African Americans in the United States, and thinks that it's only 1% of 1% of 1%, making it seem so minute that it's not an important issue. And I think that's just downright stupid.
The problem is that we can only solve one problem at a time.
Exactly.
What's that?
Say again, Tom?
It's just, that comment is dismissive, right? Because it presumes that we can only handle one problem at a time, right? Like the choice, there's a false choice here. It's the choice is whether or not we pay attention to police brutality and issues of race within, systems of power, or whether or not we pay attention to systematic violence that takes place in, poverty-ridden cities across America. Those two problems are separate problems. They affect the same community, but they are separate problems that need to have different solutions. But by equating the two and then saying like, well, pick one, pick which one you want to solve. It's like saying like, look, we can only put seatbelts in airplanes or automobiles. Which one do you want? And like, fucking put seatbelts in both, you stupid motherfucker. Like it's not an either or proposition.
So, and the number, like, he's really downplaying it, because I was reading some stats today, and this is from your government websites, that the black population is about 13%, yet they are 26% of police killings. So that doesn't make any fucking sense whatsoever. If it's so minute and it's not happening regularly, you wouldn't think that they would be such a high percentage of the killings. Now, Tom, I've heard you say this before. Maybe you can touch on it, that there's actually two Americas.
I don't remember saying that. I'll go with it. See, I like
you want
it.
me to set it up a bit?
I like it. Yeah, set it up. I don't remember what the hell I said. I was gonna make some shit up. I was just gonna fucking straight make some shit up.
So I've heard you say this in the past, that there's two Americas. So there's the America of the people that, you know, are middle, upper middle, and then rich, and you live in a certain part of the city, and you live in Chicago, and in your neighborhood you would have no idea what was going on in the other America, say in the north side of Chicago, and they don't really have an idea of what life is like for you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think I actually live in Chicago. Tom doesn't live in Chicago.
Okay.
Tom travels to Chicago to do this show with me, but yeah, and it's the west and south side of Chicago that are traditionally the poor areas of Chicago, the place where there's public housing, where people are they don't have a lot of options to live anywhere else. They have to live in that area, and there's a lot of gun crime, a lot of drug crime, a lot of, you know, black marketing, trafficking of drugs and things like that, selling of drugs. So there are, you know, if you were to walk over there, if you were to come to where I live, which is, you know, it's almost like a suburb, except for the buildings are bigger. You know, there's more cars, there's more people, but really it's a very nice street, tree-lined street, and you wouldn't think it would be in danger at all in Chicago. And then you could travel 50 blocks west of me, and I could drop you off, and you would immediately say, is there any way I could get off planet? I never want to come back here again. Right. This planet is spoiled. I don't want to be here. And it's because it's terrifying. It's literally terrifying to be in some parts of Chicago. And it's because of the disparity of income. It's because of the disparity of, you know, and even just one of the major things that people don't understand is that there's places in Chicago where there just aren't even like regular services that you would expect to have, like gas stations or pharmacies or grocery stores in big areas of Chicago that are depressed. You have to go to the good areas to get those, because those people use that stuff. But the other people, even though they use it, have to come into the other areas because nobody would open up over there. They just won't. There's just no. They wouldn't want any of the hassle of opening a store nearby. So those people have to travel on buses or on trains several miles to get groceries. You know, think about traveling to go get groceries as a poor person in Chicago, in a shitty area of Chicago, to get to a good area of Chicago. It'd be fucking ridiculous. And it really is. There really is a disconnect between the people who make a lot of money, or even just enough money to live in the good area, and the people who don't make enough money to live.
Tom and Cecil,
because you also get hosed in those areas, because if you have to spend money to take the bus, but the only stores in your neighborhood are these local convenience stores, which, you know, obviously add those convenience fees. So you end up paying a lot more for everything.
Yeah. And go ahead, Tom.
And we've talked about this on our show a number of times. It is more expensive to be poor in whole dollars and in percentage dollars. If I have an income level that puts me solidly in the middle class or upper middle class, and I want to go buy a gallon of milk, that gallon of milk costs me less money in whole dollars and in percentage dollars to my income than if I am somebody who lives in a food desert on the west side, because of exactly what you brought up, right? I can go from my house to the nearest grocery store is 1 mile. My car gets 40 miles to the gallon. It's an inconsequential travel cost for me to get to the store and back. I buy my gallon of milk. The gallon of milk is $2.50. It didn't cost me much, right? If I and as a percentage of my income,
of your income, it's
so negligible that it's not even a consideration, right? I don't even have to think about buying that same gallon of milk. It's a whatever. Well, if I am living on the west side of Chicago and I am on a very limited fixed income, that $2.50 is probably closer to $4. I can buy it at that, you know, convenience store, and I can pay $4.50 for that same gallon of milk, or I can, as you mentioned, I can pay a bus fare to get on a bus to travel several miles. Now I lose time, I lose money, I pay the bus, I get off someplace, I buy that same gallon of milk. Let's say I travel to someplace where it's still $2.50. It might cost me another $1.50 just to get there and get back, you know, to take that public transportation or whatever it is, plus the time differential. I go out to get a gallon of milk. What does it cost me in time? It's a mile away. I drive. It costs me 7 minutes of my life. It's a meaningless trip. versus somebody else who's got to like really kind of plan that out in their day. And if you're working a couple of jobs in order to fucking scrape by, it's a fucking big deal. So it is more expensive to be poor. It's expensive in time, it's expensive in whole dollars, and it's expensive in terms of percentage to your income. And people who have always had and don't understand that and can't bridge that gap, intellectually, they don't understand why people can't just fucking pull themselves up by their bootstraps, man. Their fucking boots are nailed to the ground.
So for me, I think the real divide is between rich and poor, not the races. I think that the rich people have convinced the lower people that the argument is between them to keep them squabbling and fighting over scraps instead of going after the real problem, which is the differential in wealth. It's an idea that I've thought about for a long time. So I think the real oppression is between classes, not so much race.
Part of what stems from that too is, like, as an outsider looking in on the United States, you get a sense of the narrative, this narrative where the government's interfering too much, and the less amount of government, less amount of interference with the government, the better the citizens are. When it's really more nuanced than that, because you see in other countries that kick our asses, like Norway, Sweden and all that, there's a good balance between government services meeting the needs of the people. So therefore the people end up being happier. They might have higher taxes, but their basic services are covered. And you'll see that, those disparities end up evening out and people are happier. There's less crime. There's
a safety net in society.
Well, one of the things that I found was completely amazing to me was I come from a small island off the coast of Canada, Newfoundland, and I'm used to having, things pretty easy because
Polish land?
Yeah, Polish land. But when I moved to California, and in certain places it was like a third world country within the United States, and that blew my mind. I never saw poverty like that before in my life, and I don't understand the food stamp system. I still, to this day, it'll never make sense to me. But to see people living in a one-room shack that wouldn't pass as a shed where I live, and you see families living in that blew my mind. I don't understand how anybody could say that it's because these people don't want to work. I've seen these people working 3-4 jobs.
I've heard,
especially in the richest nation on the planet.
I've heard Cecil talk about that quite often on their show. But all right, so we have 3 minutes left. So I was thinking we could kind of. I know you guys have been plugging a few things of late.
Holes, glory holes, Corinne's hole.
Well, yeah, that.
Whoa.
I'm freshly divorced, so please fill some holes.
Phil. Tickle.
Okay, I'll call a couple friends.
Disappoint? Is that a synonym?
Like, go ahead and pimp your guy's shit, man.
Pimp our shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. You can go to dissonancepod.com and you can find out all about us. It's a show called Cognitive Dissonance where we laugh a lot.
That's pretty much the whole thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
So,
we have a free podcast that you are more than welcome to consume if you're interested in people laughing. Fat guys laughing at stuff. That's what we do.
That should have been the name of it.
Can we rename it at this point? Can we rebrand, you think, Tom, to Fat Guys Laughing?
After 305 episodes, we changed the name.
Listen, we rebranded.
Did you guys?
Yeah.
You're on a podcast that used to be called The A, as in Canadian Atheist.
Oh. See, that's clever, though. That's funny. I like that.
Yeah, but we had a falling out with somebody, and it just
didn't work out, huh?
Didn't. Yeah, they stole my goddamn name.
Motherfucker. We've had so many falling outs.
Yeah,
but
Tom and I have just we have a falling out every episode.
That's pretty much it. Yeah. Cecil's like, do some fucking work. I'm like, wait, were you talking to me? I don't.
Well, thanks for having us on, guys. It was a lot of fun. Thank you so much.
Such a fun show.
Really appreciate you guys coming.
Yeah, we really do.
Yeah, thanks for indulging these Canadians.
Hey.
Oi.
Hey, you sound like a Canadian when you said that.
Yeah. Oh, well, no.
I meant oi. What she really meant was oi.
Oi, oi, oi.
It's the her, so she knows more than us.
Thanks, guys.
We appreciate
Thanks.
your time.
This was the Wayward Atheist Podcast. Follow us on Spreaker, Spreaker.com/waywardatheists. You can email us at wayward-atheist-podcast@gmail.com. Find us on Twitter @waywardatheists and on Facebook.com/waywardatheists. If you enjoy our content, feel free to leave us a review on iTunes and feel free to support us at patreon.com/waywardatheists.